This whole studio is whack, this lighting is whack, but today I'm gonna show you the one thing you need in your studio to make your videos stand out. Let's get into it. Hey, my name is Patrick. I'm a worship pastor and a content creator living in New York City, and this channel exists to encourage, equip, and empower worship leaders and content creators wherever they find themselves on that journey. And trust me, I know that the journey is hard. At this point, I have a monetized YouTube channel. I get to create content regularly and make a little bit of cash for it, but I also get to have a lot of fun making that content. But it started really rough because I didn't know what I was doing. And most of my videos are filmed on the other side of that wall right there, sitting at my desk. But the majority of my church's announcement videos are filmed right here in this studio. And as you can tell, it looks really bland. It looks really gray. It looks kind of hospital-esque. But with a couple of purchases, with a couple of changes, we're gonna make this studio great. And you can do this too in your home, in your office, or in a studio space of any kind. So as I said, the lighting in here is really, really poor, but I'm gonna walk over here to the light switch and turn off just the main fluorescent office lights real quick. And as you can see right away, we're starting to get more of a cinematic look. I have a super cost-effective GVM light right up here. Now, this is something I purchased a long time ago. It's a bicolor light. I have it set to about 5600 Kelvin, just so it kind of gives that daylight look. That's pretty standard. I also have the white balance on my camera. My Sony ZV-E1 set to 5600 as well. So the color, the white balance is matching. Recently, instead of using these GVM lights, which my church purchased, and not only do I have one, but I have another one here mounted up in the ceiling, I've been using Zhiyun lights, which I am always very self-conscious that I'm saying that name incorrectly. But I have the B500 and 300 lights right on the other side of that wall. But no matter what light you get, if you hop over to Amazon, especially with Black Friday approaching or Cyber Monday approaching, you can find a really great deal on a bicolor or even an RGB light that can make any color you want that you can mount to the ceiling, put on a stand in your apartment or your office, just to give you some lighting that's a little bit more cinematic and not just this fluorescent office lighting. But start with what you have. My earliest videos don't have any lighting at all except for whatever was in the room, and they look like, well, garbage. So lighting is very forgiving. So as you can see, I've turned off these lights. I've got this light here ready to go. It's just giving me, I don't even have like a key light back here or anything. It's just giving, it's just lighting whoever I'm filming really, really well. And again, you can put multiple lights here. I just have one. But behind me is the trick that I really want to show you today, because anybody can go out there and buy a light and put it on a stand, but there's this tool behind me that has become just super valuable. Let me show you. I'm gonna hop over here. I'm gonna pull down what looks like a shade or something, and here we have this gray piece of paper falling down. And again, I can store it by just scrolling it up, or I can pull it down by, well, pulling it down. Yeah, right? But here's the thing. Not only do I have one gray roll of photo backdrop here, I also have 3 additional hooks that I can hang other colors on. But I only have the gray here. Now, why is that? I will show you. But before I get there, this is a product made by Newer. What is it called? The Newer Photography 3 Roller Wall. And I've had this for a few years now. It comes in right around $120. But again, on Black Friday, Cyber Monday, or Prime Day deals, you're gonna find a great discount on this product, probably, right? So I'm gonna pull this down. Now, one thing you have to be careful of is when you're rolling it up and pulling it down, see how up here the bar gets a little bit wrinkled? I mean, if you are a perfectionist, this will bother you. But if you're just looking to make great video content and you're able to look past that, it's okay, you can deal. Now, notice already, I've got this, you can see in the wide shot here that I've got a lot of stuff being shown, but when I crop in and just show me with the photo paper backdrop, it's already looking better. I don't have this weird window and old school office paint behind me, but here's why I don't have multiple colors hanging behind me. I just have the one gray roll, which, by the way, when you buy this gray roll, it does come with a very long sheet of photo paper. Photo paper? No, photo backdrop. So these wrinkles can easily disappear by me pulling this down and just cutting across. And also, these 3 rollers here, this 3-roller Neewer system, you don't have to have that. You can buy some photo backdrops, some gray paper like this, or white paper. As a matter of fact, most of my shots in the office on the other side of this wall are shot with just a white wall behind me. As a matter of fact, multiple people have complained about this one little blemish on the wall behind me for quite some time, and I have done nothing about it. I should do that today. But anyway, as I was saying, you can see that I don't have other colors, just the gray, because not only do I have this light here, but I also, can I adjust this just a little bit? But I also have this light here. Now, this light behind me is the Zhiyun, another Zhiyun light, X60. It is maybe a year old. There have been other lights like it. There are many like it, but this one is mine. And other companies have come out with lights like this as well. And the difference between this light and this light is, number one, wattage, how they operate. They're also different brands. But this light here is not just a bicolor light, it's an RGB light. It can make any color you want. And if I hop over, actually, let me record this on the phone so you can see what I'm doing. Pro tip, whenever you're recording your phone screen, always set your, what's it called? Your auto lock to never. Because if your phone does lock down, it will stop recording. And then you'll be very, very angry. So now the way you do that is you just open your settings, go to display and brightness, auto lock, and set it to never. Yeah. So the difference between these 2 lights, like I said, is RGB, bicolor. This can just get really cool or really warm, really cool or really warm. This can be any color you want. So I'm going to hop over here to this app made by Zhiyun, ZY Vega. I'm going to turn it on, and it shows me every light that I have connected to this Zhiyun app. Again, I have the B300, the B500, and the X60. And if I wanted to, you can just see those list of lights here. Here's the X60 Touch. It kind of connects to the light as long as it's on. Not only does this plug into the wall, but it's also battery powered. And when I turn it on, I start to get color behind me. Now let me fill this out just a little bit more. I'm gonna get it close to me so that it kind of fills the wall a bit more. And I'm gonna go over here to color. We can change the brightness. We can change the saturation of the color. What color do we want it to be? Let's go for like a green, like a big time green, right? Or maybe right in the center where it's just a little, just white. I can go to orange, or is that red, orange? This is more of an orange. And as you can see behind me, it's not perfectly positioned, but as you can see behind me, the reason why I picked this gray photo backdrop is because whatever light is projected onto this gray will turn the gray to that color. Obviously not perfectly, right? But behind me now, I have a green backdrop. Behind me, I now have a pink backdrop. Behind me, I now have a reddish, orangish, oh, kind of like a fall-esque, right? Nice. Like it. I have that backdrop. So instead of having just this dead office space where I've got fluorescent lights, I've mounted a light here. I have a light behind me casting on to this gray photo backdrop. And if I was shooting this video where I wanted it to be like this studio interview talking head style, I would take all the time to position these lights perfectly, but I just wanted to show you how you can quickly just transform a space. So one more time, what if I turned off this light, turned my fluorescence back on? This is the shot you're gonna get from a lot of spaces. And again, it's not terrible. Yes, it is. It's bad. It feels like a hospital, but with just a few changes, being able to have a light mounted that's lighting your subject really well, and then having a backlight like this is wonderful. But the game changer here is this gray backdrop that allows me to create any color I want behind me. Now, if you are shooting in a space that just has a blank white wall, that will work. Save your money. But I wanted to transform this room into a studio space. And as we saw earlier, behind here was blinds and a window. A window with blinds inside an office space. We should just get rid of that. I don't know what we're doing. Anyway, this makes the studio look a reality. It completely changes the space. But remember, this isn't everything you need to shoot videos and make content for your church or for yourself, which is why you should watch this video before you go. Watch it. You'll love it.